Good day, viewers. Welcome to another episode of Regional Review. My name is Tunohole Mungoba and I will be your host for today's episode. Please stay tuned and see what we have in store for you today, all the way from the northern regions of Namibia. Before we get into the news of today it is Plant Power Day. There is a lot of noise about vegetarianism and veganism these days, and while there is much goodness that's coming out of this movement, it can be tricky to fully eliminate certain food groups from your diet. Plant Power Day is the perfect solution for those trying to include more foliage in their meals and move towards a more plant-rich diet, as this day is all about prioritizing plant-based food. Watch more as NMH prepared a short video to celebrate Plant Power Day. For our first story, police in the northern regions of Namibia has reinforced its commitment to fight crime with the return of the chopper. The chopper has been out of service for over a year, and the chopper will be able to assist the police in the Omusati, Ohangwena, Oshana, and Oshikoto region to help fight crime from the air. Oshana police spokesperson Inspector Thomas Iyambo also informed the public that the police has also acquired a K9 sniffing dog to assist the region to fight drugs in the region. The dog will be used in the community and also using to patrol roadblocks. Tunohole Mungoba brings you this story.
Yeah, when we have full tank is a problem. Now we are full heavy. Yeah.
Now we are going in something called the Okay. Okay, Ewing, it's in place, everything is ready. You also have your K9. What is your message to would-be criminals in the 4 northern regions?
Yeah, my message to the criminals is that it's good. They have to get away of the mind of committing any type of crime here, because now we are reinforced. If I'm talking about the shopper, wherever you are going to hide, either in the bush or you are trying to run away with a vehicle, the shopper is having a speed. I don't think you will be managed to go so far. We will get you immediately before you reach your destination. So it's better you stop any type of criminal you are thinking of doing, because we will not have time to waste, but we will only have time to get you and then bring you to book.
Inspector,
yes.
Just one more question. So now that the chopper is for all of the northern regions, where is it going to be situated? Where is it going to be parked? Where is it going to stay 24/7? Here
Yes.
at this airstrip.
Yeah, as you can see here, the shopper is here. It's based here in Oshana, Oshakati airstrip. So the offices, they are here. As you can see, there's a hangar where it's used to park, accommodation for the pilots and stuff. So it will departure from here. As I said, it is very fast. We are talking about 90 kilometers to Tapi, but it will take about 20 minutes. It's already there, and then it will assist on the other side.
For our second story, Jody Donyema, an Oxford PhD holder in collaboration with the University of Namibia, hosted his book launch for his book titled Reinvigorating Ubuntu Through Water, a Human Right to Water under the Namibian Constitution in Ongwediva on last week Tuesday. This book argues for the existence of a court-enforceable human right to water that is implied from the right to life in Article 6 in the Namibian Constitution. The book builds this argument by using tools of constitutional interpretation and the aid of cooperative materials.
The good doctor was being introduced. We heard that in the space of 11 years, he managed to get 2 law degrees from UNAM, which is a big jurist and an LLB from UNAM. So we in a total of 5 years. And then he did 3 postgraduate degrees, like 3 master's degrees, and a PhD within that time. Now, for most of us academics and learners or students who are aspiring to be out there in the academic world, would probably want to ask, how did this guy do it? I mean, does this guy have a social life? What is happening? How can he, can he try to explain to us?
Every African, and possibly globally to everyone, within the confines of the law, by strengthening the principles of Ubuntu. So I'll explain to you and elaborate more on his academic journey so that you may understand why he's here today with us. And I would encourage that we engage with him and ask him as many questions as possible. so that he elaborates on what the book is about and the principles explained in it. Dr. Jodi Ndonyema was a modern law review early career research fellow at University of Oxford from the year 2020 to 2021. He completed his Doctor of Philosophy in Law, awarded without corrections. I think he deserves a round of applause for that. At Linacre College, University of Oxford, and his thesis was also awarded the Suberdi Prize, I hope I mentioned it right, and that's for the best thesis in law for that particular year. Where at Oxford he also obtained a Masters of Philosophy in Law Research, a Bachelor of Civil Law, BCL, and a Masters of Science in Criminology and Criminal Justice. And this was at the same time while studying as a Rhodes Scholar. His undergraduate PhDs and LLB degrees were obtained from the University of Bolivia, and he's certainly a testament that we produce quality journalism. And for anyone who has doubts of the products that we are sending out into the world, I think this is testament that we can definitely produce people who can compete at the best level globally. From 2017 to 2021, he was also a research director at the Oxford Human Rights Hub and the founding editor of the University of Oxford Human Rights Hub Journal, as well as an editor of the Oxford University Commonwealth Law Journal from 2016 to 2019. His scholarship has been published in leading journals, including the Journal of African Law, Michigan Journal of International Law, and the
in substance, and ensuring that we demonstrate the viability and value of human rights in a way where it carries legitimacy for the communities for which human rights is meant to serve. And there is a particular paragraph that I think is worth quoting in the book, and that's on page 63, and I'll read it out because it really captures the essence of this notion of reinvigorative constitutionalism and the question of the legitimacy of human rights, the whole debate that human rights are an external Western imposition. There is some currency in that because the language of human rights, the values that underpin human rights, do not necessarily reflect those values and that language which is recognizable in the global south, such as African countries, such as our own. So here I state that the lack of cultural legitimacy, actual or perceived, of human rights amongst its intended African beneficiaries is often cited and recognized as one of the foremost challenges to enforcing human rights in Africa. Scholars have exposed the continuing incongruence between those values that have come to underpin the dominant Euro-American human rights paradigms and alien notions of justice that have come to entrench themselves in societies of the formerly colonized peoples, including Africans. Moreover, top-down transplantations of legal approaches have rarely rooted themselves. At best, they yield poor results. So that's the underlying reason why I'm surrounded, yet there's a body of water, the reflection of the tree, and so forth. I secured this picture, or procured this picture from a local Namibian photographer, Azo Photography, who just captured the picture at the right moment, and I felt that it captured the essence of what we were seeking to achieve through this book, which is both metaphorized by the tree as the forum in an African setting for
And for our last story, we are going all the way to Okahawo, where a stakeholders meeting was held in the town between street vendors, the Namibian police, and the different prosecutors and stakeholders that are involved in the entrepreneurial side of Okahawo. This meeting was held to inform the stakeholders about the importance of selling with a valid certificate. Vendors who are caught without a proper certificate will be fined for either 2,000 Namibian dollars, 6 months imprisonment, or both, especially for repeating offenders. Tunohole Mungoba brings you more with this story.
Is a government representation institution. It is not just like maybe a town council is coming from where. That's why you see this. What we are having. It's government gazette of the Republic of Namibia. But it's the content, information which is inside here is pertaining about the town council. But some people say, who is town council? Say it's a Tunohole or councillor again. Town council and your councillor is the same. They are government representatives, just like us, the police. Police institution is a government institution. That is where I wanted to make it clear. I thank you very much, Charles.
Yes, thank you very much.
Mayor of Okahawo, Cornelia Iyambula, cited financial limitations as a challenge of managing street vending activities in the town. She said that it is worth mentioning that the local authorities in Namibia are governed within a given legal framework. Therefore, she was humbly requesting with all of the involved stakeholders, residents, and business community in Okahawo to work together in finding a long-lasting solution to the problem in unison. Some street vendors, however, present at the event felt as though the council does not care about their livelihood and urged to just have mercy on them as they are just trying to put food on their tables. Even if the council manages to get funds and build for us a market, they should ensure they consult us on where exactly we should be placed, because the government does not know where most of our customers are located. Sometimes obtaining a certificate is a long process and we need to make money, said one of the vendors.
This paper of the town council, because that's their responsibility. Maybe you don't know. You got a full right to go to the office of the town council, even tonight and even during the night, to go and ask, we don't understand this, because that is your servant. Come to the police station. Ask us what you don't understand. We will help you, because we don't want to see you. We don't want to see you in the problem. We want to assist you because we want those citizens who are law obedience. I thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much, viewers, for tuning in to another episode of Regional Review. My name is Tunohole Mungoba from Namibia Media Holdings. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week for another fun-filled episode. It is goodbye.